Many people are of the persuasion that if you're a young earth creationist, that somehow you've bought into a conspiracy theory.
No, Matt, I don't think many of us think that. We don't even see it as a theory. We don't even see it as a hypothesis. It's more like a wild-ass idea. We do believe there's a conspiracy to get it taught in schools. We do believe there's a conspiracy to try to overthrow evolution with Bronze Age fables. But no, what young earth creationism in itself is not a conspiracy theory. It's just wrong. Hello everyone, and welcome again to The Simple Skeptic. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Give a big thumbs up down below. Look for that little bell, hit that, you'll be notified every time a new video comes out. We're going to look at Matt Powell again, because he's the gift that keeps on giving. And this time he's going to explain why he's a young earth creationist. This should be fun.
But I'm here to tell you that young earth creationism and creation science itself is in fact the best explanation for the observations that we make in the world.
How can it be the best explanation for the observations we make when it isn't even science? You stick to a philosophy that says you have to believe in a 6,000-year-old earth, you have to believe in divine creation, therefore you are not allowed to do science. It's that simple, Matt.
You see, we find dinosaur soft tissue and dinosaur blood of dinosaurs that supposedly existed 65 plus million years ago.
No, we didn't. It was discovered by Dr. Mary Schweitzer, who is a Christian. And she's made it quite plain that she is sick and tired of people like you misusing her discovery and her research.
But this evidence that we've found not only contradicts that, but proves that the Bible was correct when the Bible told us that God made man and dinosaurs together.
No, it doesn't contradict it at all. It simply means that we now know a little bit more about the fossilization process. We have to reassess what we've thought about it, adjust our findings accordingly, adjust our thinking. This is called science, Matt. That's what science does. Science is self-correcting. When new discoveries are made, you either adjust your thinking or you prove what you knew before. It's a very simple process, but obviously too simple for you.
One of the other reasons that we know that creation science is true is because we find bent rock layers all across the world. Now, you cannot bend hard rock. According to evolution, these layers were slowly formed through plate tectonic shifts in the crust.
Matt, how many times do you and other creationists have to be told that evolution does not cover geology, doesn't cover geophysics, it doesn't cover cosmology? It is about what happens once life begins and starts to change.
But the truth is that these layers would have not only eroded as they're being created, right? Because gravity causes everything to erode flat over time. Mountains wouldn't exist if millions of years existed, because gravity would have eroded those mountains. But even if we enter into fantasy land and pretend that it's true, it does not explain the bends in the rocks that we observe.
Actually, there are a number of ways of explaining the bends in the rocks. Yes, rock can be deformed even when it's quite hard. It takes a very, very long time and it takes lots of pressure, but it can happen. But you are not allowed to believe in millions of years. You are stuck to a 6,000-year-old earth and you're not permitted to deviate from that. That's why you cannot understand things like geology. There are many ways that rocks can be deformed. A long time with a lot of pressure, or a shorter amount of time after they've been pushed under the earth through plate tectonics, maybe reheated, turned slightly soft, bent, mashed, abused. Plate tectonics is not pretty, Matt. Oh, you don't want to get into that.
You see, we observe these bends that literally show that these rocks were moist and soft and lifted up all together in one event, in a catastrophic event.
Not necessarily in one event. It can happen over and over again. It can start and stop. It can work many ways. And in geology, a catastrophic event, well, let's say the catastrophic event can take a longer time than we think of. It can take longer than your lifetime, longer than 100 lifetimes. But in geological terms, that would be quick.
i.e. Noah's flood.
Noah's flood. So you're telling me that a load of water softened the rocks? Okay. Yeah, or it heated them and it started bending them. No, these processes come from underneath. That water is not going to bend a rock. Water will erode a rock over millions of years. Oh, geez, millions of years again. Jeez, sorry about that, Matt. I'm just confusing you by using that word.
Like I said before, creation science isn't just some theory or just some random thing that people believe in.
It is not the first. It is the second.
I'm a young earth creationist because I believe in demonstrated fact that's been shown in real time and that you can verifiably back up with facts and evidence.
Matt, I don't think you would recognize a fact if it crawled up your arse and set off fireworks.
One of the other things that proves creation science is mutation rates.
Oh, Matt, no, Matt, don't do the genetics thing. You're just going to look foolish. Please, I'm warning you.
From generation to generation, us humans accumulate 100 to 200 more mutations than our parents had. So our offspring is continuously gaining more and more mutations. The genetic load of mutations is increasing over time as we reproduce. This means that we did not all descend from a common ancestor. It means that we were created individually and that we have built-in genetic diversity.
I warned you. Didn't I warn you? I warned you, Matt. Mutations are what initiates evolution, okay? Random mutations occur, and then various selection pressures, be it sexual selection, be it climate, whatever, they select for those traits or weed them out, one or the other. But mutations are what begin evolution. This is fundamental, Matt. Next time I warn you about something, please take my advice. Please.
And that creation science, once again, is something that you can show to be true. Look, either God created the world, or the world created itself.
No, the world did not create itself. The world exists as a result of various natural processes. It didn't decide to become a world. It didn't decide to have life on it. It just happened. It involves gravity, it involves time, it involves the coalescing of dust and gas, it involves conservation of angular momentum. All these things that you should have learned in high school. Where did you go to high school, Matt? In a church basement?
Either everything popped into existence from magic, from nothing, or it was designed. It's either magic or intelligent design.
Okay, now you've brought in a third possibility. You see, magic is the God thing. That's some supernatural being waving its hand around and saying, you know, let there be light and all this. That's magic. Okay? Intelligent design? Well, that could be scientific. You see, if you can show that perhaps an advanced alien race designed planets, designed stars, designed solar systems, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It would take a lot of technology. It would take a lot more knowledge than we have at present. But yeah, intelligent design can be scientific. But intelligent design people these days tend to base it once again on, magic. And yeah, evolution was in there as well. And that's the only one we have real evidence for.
And anybody who considers the facts, many people have said, well, aren't you afraid of exposing evolution? A lot of these atheists will say, aren't you afraid, Matt, of exposing evolution to your viewers? Don't you realize people are going to end up leaving creationism in the droves?
I'll take things that never happen for 1,000, please, Alex.
But the fact of the matter is that people are not going to leave the light once they've seen the truth to go into believing in a counterfeit. Once you've seen the glorious light of the truth, it's almost impossible to just outright believe a lie, because the truth is so powerful and fears no investigation that it stands up against all scrutiny that would come from all of these other worldviews that are imposed upon it and try to attack this model of creation science.
Then why is it that so many people that go into the sciences tend to lose their religious beliefs and take on a more natural worldview? That doesn't seem like turning away from truth to me. It seems like turning away from a fable.
It is true. You can show it to be fact. Look, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth is a fact of history.
It is not a fact of history, Matt. Please, get some real science in you.